From the block to the top, we rising in succession. Oh yeah.
What is up, fam? So since my last video on SwapX, I actually got a lot of questions from people just asking, how do I get started? So people that don't already have an XNFT, people that aren't in any of the pools, they just want to know, what are the first clicks, you know, that I have to make to get involved in this phenomenal DEX. So in this video, I'm going to show you two simple ways that you can get your funds onto SwapX and get started no matter where you're coming from. It could be $50, it doesn't matter how much. It's just two really cool ways that you can do it. Now there are other ways, of course, but I don't want to kind of complicate the video too much. So the first way that you can do that is by using an exchange to get the Sonic token, because you're going to need the Sonic, the S token. So let's say, for example, you used an exchange like BITRUE. I will leave the link to BITRUE in the pinned comment if you want to use this exchange. It's very simple to use. You could send some funds over to here. They do support, you know, so many different cryptos. It's crazy, Bitcoin, ETH, or whatever, XRP. You could send any of these tokens over and swap it for USDT, and from there you just buy the S token. So let's say, for example, you had Bitcoin. You send the Bitcoin into the exchange. You swap it for USDT, or you sell it for USDT, should I say, and then you just come and find the Sonic token, the S token, which you can see right at the top there. I've starred it just for my own convenience, and you would just buy S token. Then you've got it on this exchange, and you can just send it from here straight to your wallet that you're going to be using for SwapX. So that's one really easy way of getting the S token. You know, if you just want to use an exchange, buy the S token, the Sonic token, and send it out to your Rabby wallet or your MetaMask or whatever. Very straightforward. If you wanted to bridge in from somewhere else, is go to SwapX, you know, link your wallet up, and just go to the menu down the bottom here and click on bridge. That will take you directly to the rhino.fi bridge. A very simple to use. It's all linked onto the website. How easy can it get? And you can come in from, say for example, you've got some BNB, or you've got even stable coins on BNB or Ethereum or whatever. You can just swap them for the Sonic equivalent. So let's say, for example, you've got some something on the BNB smart chain. You want to go from BNB to Sonic. What token do you want to use? It might be, I don't know, USDT on BNB, something like that. That will give you the equivalent on Sonic. So you just type in how much you want to convert, and if you don't have any Sonic token, just click this box here, and that will give you some gas. That will take that out of the swap, so you have some gas, because you are going to need S token to make transactions on Sonic. You can choose, you know, how much you want to put in, but basically $1 actually goes a surprisingly long way on Sonic. So it's very cheap, very quick, which is another great reason to be hanging out on Sonic. And if you're coming in from Ethereum, you can just go in there, find Ethereum, and make sure it's Ethereum to Sonic, of course, and then you might have some ETH. Like, for example, you know, I've got a few bucks of ETH in this particular account, or you might have USDC on ETH. Just click that and choose how much you want to do exactly the same thing. So that will swap it for the equivalent on Sonic. Then all the other magic takes place over on the SwapX DEX. So if we go over here now, you could simply go to swap here, and let's say, for example, you'd ended up with some USDC-E, which is the Sonic equivalent. You can just simply swap that out for some S token, some wrapped ETH, anything, literally anything, depending on what pools you want to get involved in. It will depend on what you want to swap out into. As you can see, you could just simply swap your Sonic token into a multitude of different tokens if you want to. So that's if you've gone down the route of, say for example, you've gone to BITRUE or whatever, and you've just sent your Sonic token straight into your Rabby or your MetaMask. Then you'll just end up with Sonic token here, and you can just swap it out. It's so simple. And what you'll do then is basically decide you know, how you want to start earning passive income. Now, do you want to go to the pools, for example? So you can go to earn, and you can choose the pools that you want. So the ones that come up first, these are the sort of the core pools, the concentrated liquidity pools. I love these pools because they are automated. You can choose them to be automated. You can be fancy and do it yourself if you want. I don't have time for that. So you could just go, I want to get involved in, I mean, look at some of these APRs, they're great. Let's say, for example, you wanted the Sonic SwapX pool. You would just go to add liquidity. And as you can see, you don't even have to make up the pair. You can just have Sonic, which is where our step earlier comes in. You would say, okay, I want some Sonic. I'll go and swap out whatever I need to get some Sonic, deposit it in there, and literally add liquidity. And you can see up here, it uses the Ichi strategies. So Ichi will just basically automate your positions. I've got a number of positions going on some different accounts that just work day and night for me. I don't have to do anything. I'm not having to watch my positions. You can do it manually if you're, if you've got the time to do it. If you want to do it, you can go to manual, and you can make up your LP and play with your ranges or whatever like that. But I don't have time for that. I just go to automated, and on this one particularly, you need Sonic. So let's say, for example, you just had a big bunch of Sonic tokens that you've just transferred in or bridged in, whatever. And you're like, I need some Sonic to get involved in this thing. So I'm just going to go down to swap. I'm going to go to Sonic into Sonic, and you can even type it in up there if it does. It's come up quick, but you can type it in there, Sonic, and just literally put in how much you want to swap and swap it. Then you can come over to the pools and just start providing liquidity. What a simple way to make some passive income. Now, if you wanted to get involved in more in the voting side of things, where you can earn, the fees and incentives, that's a different thing you can do as well, which is incredible. You're going to need SwapX token for that. So again, you would just come to swap, and you would swap your Sonic token for some SwapX, for example. Get your SwapX, come over to voting, and you would just create a lock. Now, before I go any further, so I've got a few accounts, and for example, on this one here, I've got like 25,000 VE SwapX. So VE SwapX, all that is it's SwapX token that's been locked up. Now, I've locked mine up for 2 years to get maximum voting power. I keep on doing that. I will just keep on adding to that on all of my different accounts. So here it says voting system, lock SwapX into VE SwapX to gain voting power. Vote with VE SwapX to earn weekly voting incentives and trading fees. VE SwapX can be transferred, merged, and split. So that's just something you can do very easily. If you have no positions right now, which is this video is kind of aimed at people that don't have a position already, you would just go to, once you've got your SwapX, of course, you've swapped it on the DEX, you go to lock, and you go to create lock, and your balance will be there with your SwapX tokens. You just type in how much you want to lock up. You decide how long you want to lock it up for. As you can see, 2 weeks has a very low voting power compared to if you do 2 years. You get like a much bigger voting power by doing that. And you just create lock. It really is that simple. And then once you've got your VE SwapX, you can participate in the votes. So you would just come to vote, and your locked position would show up, and you would just decide what percentage you want to put into each pool, for example. So there's a USDC SwapX pool here. If you wanted to allocate all your votes to that, you would just type in 100 there, and that would do that for you. If you wanted to split your vote between 50-50, you might do like 50 in there. I'm not telling you what to do here, by the way, guys. I'm just giving you an example. There you go. So you might want to do 50-50, or you could do 4 lots of 25. It's entirely up to you. But it really is that simple. You just have to make sure that you get your votes in before the end of the epoch. So the epoch's just finished. The new one's just started. So we've got 6 days before the next one. So I'll be waiting a little bit, probably to the last day before I put my votes in on across my accounts. So if you wanted the final way of making some easy passive income, you'd need an XNFT. Now, my XNFTs aren't on this particular account, but if you wanted to buy one, you can just get one off the open market. For example, you could go to buy the XNFTs here. It will take you to Paint Swap, and with your Sonic token, you would simply buy your XNFT with the wallet that you want to store it on, obviously, and that would do that. So 5.7 thousand Sonic looks like it's the floor price at the moment. Sometimes people come in and buy a batch. Last week there was only, I think, 2 or 3 available when I looked. I think there's about maybe 18 or 19 available at the moment, but they are paying out nicely, and obviously as the volume continues to build on SwapX, these will become more and more, most likely more and more valuable. This is not financial advice, but if you wanted to get a XNFT, that's literally how you do it. It's all on the SwapX Dex. You can just come over here, swap, earn, vote, and bridge. You know, everything's done on the site, so it's phenomenal stuff. So I hope this gives you a bit of a better idea on how to get started. Whether you've got $20, $50, $10,000, you can allocate whatever you want to allocate and get involved however you want to get involved. There's so many different ways of doing stuff. So you can refer to my last video as well if you want. I will leave the link to that in the description as well, so if you want to check that out. But I will be doing further updates as we go forward. I'm having a ton of fun participating in SwapX and earning all these different ways. So phenomenal stuff from the team. Big shout out to the team, big shout out to the SwapX community. I hope you guys are all having an absolutely amazing day, whatever you're doing. Stay bullish, stay SwapX in, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the squad, we all flex. Dripping diamonds, all the haters second guess. $1 million swagger, yeah, we making impression. From the block to the top, we rising in succession. Oh yeah.